The whole concept here is about truth in advertising, having marketing that is not misleading, marketing that is fully disclosed if there are financial or personal relationships that might impact or sway the credibility of the endorser. Hi, everybody. My name is Kay. I'm a lawyer and a creator in the online space. And today I'm going to talk about how to be an influencer the legal way. Specifically, we're going to talk about the FTC's endorsement guides, which have recently been updated. Let's get to it. Imagine for a second, you meet somebody and they start to tell you about this amazing product that they just got that they super love. It works really well. It's better than the competitors. That would probably influence your decision to buy it, right? Yes, it would. This is why influencer marketing is so effective. It's essentially word of mouth at scale. Now, imagine that that person actually works for the company that makes the product or was paid by the company to endorse the product. That might influence how much weight you give to their recommendation. This is the heart of the FTC's endorsement guidelines. Okay, topics for today. We're going to take a look at what is the FTC, what are the endorsement guides, and how can I comply as an influencer. Very recently, the FTC finally updated its guides. So to clarify, the guides are not a force of law. They are essentially guidelines to help influencers interpret and understand and apply the law. So quick disclaimer, I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer. This video is educational only. I can't give you legal strategies, remedies, defenses without knowing your specific situation. This is educational only, folks. Okay, this is Cardi B. This is a screenshot of Cardi B's Instagram account in a video where she says, I want to thank Teami for helping me lose my baby weight. So Teami has a product that it calls detox tea. They have all sorts of different tea options, and many of them include certain claims about weight loss, other health benefits, even things like relating to cancer, that kind of thing. I want to go over a few key terms that influencers need to know. And this relates back to Cardi B, I swear. So endorsement. This is any advertising message that consumers are likely to believe reflects the opinions, beliefs, or experience of some party other than the sponsoring advertiser. Take a look at Cardi B. She is the endorser. Teami is the advertiser. In these new guides from the FTC, they have clarified that the meaning of endorsement can include even tagging a brand. And this is what the FTC is really putting into writing, but they have already been practicing this in their enforcement actions over the years leading up to this new guide. Another term I want you to be familiar with, an unexpected material connection. Now, this is any relationship that might materially affect the weight or credibility of an endorsement that would not reasonably be expected by consumers. There's two components here, material and unexpected. So material is, for example, a financial connection, family connection, work connection, and then unexpected is if consumers would have no reason to think that one of those relationships exists. The next term I need you to know is clear and conspicuous. So what this refers to is the disclosures that influencers are required by law to make to disclose the relationship that they have with that product or brand. A disclosure, in order to be clear and conspicuous, is difficult to miss, easily understandable by ordinary consumers, and this is new from the new guides, unavoidable. Okay, so the FTC, what is it? This is a federal agency that protects consumers. The FTC Act is the actual law, the federal law that prohibits broadly deceptive advertising. The guides are written to help influencers interpret the law. The FTC does a couple of things. They conduct investigations and they bring cases like actual lawsuits that relate to endorsements made on behalf of an advertiser. This is another post relating to that brand, Teami. And in this post, you can see that there are some claims being made here about weight loss. And if you look, I don't see any kind of disclosure, certainly not one that is clear and conspicuous. Well, the FTC found out about that and they sent a letter to the CEO of this brand, Teami, pointing out, hey, we looked at your Instagram posts of Jessica Carroll holding a mug with a package of your matcha tea, and she made all these claims. And then they went on to explain that if there's a material connection, that should be clearly and conspicuously disclosed. They also made clear that the language must be unambiguous. So they found that Teami had worked with influencers that were not properly disclosing the relationship and were making claims about the product, for example, relating to weight loss, that were actually not substantiated. In addition, the consumers need to see the disclosure easily and not have to look for it. I included this because you can see if there's even a disclosure here, you'd have to click more to see it. And Cardi B herself received a warning letter from the FTC saying, hey, we saw your Instagram post and, here's everything that's wrong with it. So what happens if you violate the FTC Act? There are no fines for violations, but it can result in very expensive legal fees, because if you get one of these letters, you're going to want to hire a lawyer to help you respond. And it could also include an order to give up money that was received from those violations, which is exactly what happened to Teami. In 2020, we saw the original letter was 2018. The FTC had been building their case probably for years prior to that. They did a stipulated order for two things: permanent injunction and monetary judgment. I want you to zoom in here real quick. $15 million. That's the judgment. That was what they calculated was what was earned from all of that misleading, deceptive advertising. They also were instructed and ordered to make no health claims, no effectiveness claims without having reliable scientific proof. They were also ordered to monitor endorsers, meaning the influencers, of their products to ensure that they disclose properly. But I want to make a note there that influencers, you are independently responsible to adhere to the law, and that is also very specifically set forth in the new guides. And also Teami was required to submit ongoing compliance reports. Let's move on to how to comply. So we're going to talk about three major things: when to disclose, how to disclose, and what is truthful advertising. And remember that disclosures are not needed for products that you purchase yourself. And the question will always be around the audience, the viewers. What will they think or perceive? If you knew that they were being paid to do it, would that impact the credibility that you're giving to it? So that's the main question you want to ask. When to disclose: when something is an unexpected material relationship, you're going to want to disclose that. And then other very common influencer activities on your social pages, your blogs, your videos, your stories, everywhere that you might be promoting a product. So some key takeaways: relationships and connections that are material are going to be financial, family, personal. And also, if a significant minority, you don't need to remember that, but it is a legal standard that they're setting forth here. If some portion of your viewers wouldn't know about the relationship, but would care if they did, then the relationship should be disclosed. Easy, right? I'm kidding. So yeah, this is not necessarily a clear-cut definition here, which is why I do encourage everyone to err on the side of caution and give more disclosures than maybe you think you need to do. Promoting or featuring products, sharing your affiliate links when you're receiving free products and talking about that or showing those products, when you get discounts, anything of value or potential of winning or earning something, maybe a chance to be featured or be on TV, you need to disclose it. How to disclose. So you want to be thinking of the audience in mind. And if they are viewing your video, for example, you want to be talking about that disclosure in the video, also typing it in the caption. Get them the essential information to understand the relationship. There is no special language that is required by the FTC. So just be as clear as possible. Thank you so-and-so for paying for this trip or for gifting me this product, or so-and-so is sponsoring this video. Also, your disclosures need to be complete. So don't leave out key information because you think it makes you look bad or makes you look like a sellout. Mention it multiple places and times. There are cases where you might want to just put the disclosure one time only right in the description. Not anymore, folks. With these new guides, the FTC has made clear that you really need to be putting it multiple places. Also, it has to be upfront, not hidden. Remember that term we talked about earlier? Unavoidable. That's what it means to be clear and conspicuous. So some key takeaways here: provide the disclosures in the same way that your endorsement is given and in close proximity. If you're offering a video, make sure that you're saying it. Make sure that it's visually on the screen. If there's different components, visual and audio, make sure it's there in those multiple ways. Close proximity in time and space means you don't want to just put it once at the beginning or once at the end. Put it at least around the time that you're talking about it. Say on streaming platforms, for example, if you're streaming, you don't know who's coming in and out when. You need to be repeating it over and over throughout your stream. Disclosures must be unavoidable, and that's on all platforms. Keep in mind that on places like Instagram, the web view is different from the mobile view. Don't leave out key details. So if the product was free, don't just say that it was free if they paid you as well. So if it was free and they paid you, make sure you fully disclose that. These built-in disclosure tools are not enough or may not be enough. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's not. It's when you're using affiliate links. You can't just have one single homepage link on your blog saying that you earn a small commission from these various links on your website. It needs to be mentioned over and over again, close in proximity to where those links are. A hyperlink to your disclosure is not enough. So if you have a post on Instagram or YouTube video and you say, here's my disclosure for these products, click here to read it, not enough. It has to be there at the same time and place. Thank you is not enough. It doesn't necessarily communicate that something was free or that they paid you or that there was some exchange of value. Just go in a little more specifically. Some examples here. Thanks XYZ for the free product, or thanks XYZ for the gift. That might be enough if that's all you got. And then there's also sponsored and ad. When an influencer is providing their views, their opinions, their reviews, it needs to be truthful and has to be honest. That's the law. And of course, brands will want you to give positive reviews, but don't lie. Don't lie. Also, it has to be based on actual trials. So don't advocate for a product that you've never tried before. That they didn't send to you or that they sent to you and then you didn't try it. When you're making claims, make sure that they are only supported. So if you are given some sort of beverage and they say, talk about how this helped you with weight loss, I say be very careful about health-related claims and weight-related claims, because you may need to, for example, ask the company for what are the general ways that this product works rather than just your unique experience. So some key takeaways here is going to be influencers must actually try and test the product before giving an opinion. Their review must be honest. Their claims of a product must be wary of claiming certain results and health claims. If it is the type of product that has atypical results may vary is not enough. It must disclose the actual generally expected results. So you would need to get that from the brand. Here's a brief summary of some things that I recommend and some things that I recommend that you avoid. If you have any questions, please do remember to drop them in the comments below and I can make more videos about the topic. But recommended, superimpose your disclosures onto videos and stories for longer than a few seconds and in an easy to read font. So a font that is big enough, contrasts against the background, and you might not love the way it looks, but this is what's required. Including written disclosure in caption immediately. So not under more, don't make it so that people have to click to get to your disclosure. And also when you're doing videos and stories, have it in both places. You have to make sure that it is available in all the ways that people are consuming the content visually, as well as audio, say it out loud. Also disclose multiple times. So if you have a blog, continue to disclose each time you have a blog post. If you have a live stream, continually mention it as people are coming in and out of the stream. Make disclosures when there's an implied endorsement. For example, tagging a brand in a photo of a free product that they gave to you, even if you don't explicitly mention the product or brand. Another thing is if you receive a product from a company and you continually use it over time, yes, you do have to continually reveal that it was given to you, even though you've done it before. There will be new people seeing your content and they need to see that disclosure as well. Use clear hashtags, unambiguous hashtags that reveal this relationship upfront. Hashtag sponsored, promotion, paid ad, and ad have been given a green light by the FTC. Now, for some unacceptable ways of doing this, hiding the disclosure, unacceptable. Only including in the description under more, unacceptable, and also just not having it in the video. It needs to be in there too, or on the post. Including only in a string of hashtags, not okay, or at the end of a video only, or at the end of a big block of text that nobody's going to read. A lot of this is going to be like gut feeling stuff. Using unclear hashtags like collab, partner, ambassador. And then this was a funny one, company name ad. So if it's like L'Oreal, L'Oreal ad. If it is Sephora, Sephora ad. It's just not clear. And then don't review products you haven't tried. A lot of this should sound familiar because although these guides are updated, A lot of these rules are just clarification of a slightly stricter version of what was already happening and what was already required by the FTC. Some resources for you to look at after this video. So the first one here, this Federal Trade Commission 16 CFR Part 255. These are the guides. When we talk about the guides, those are them. This is very long, it's very wordy, it's kind of dense. You need a lot of time to really sort through that. What I do recommend you go to first would be the FTC's endorsement guides, what people are asking. This is more of a frequently asked questions document, and it does have many illustrative examples. So check that out. And then also there's this document, Disclosures 101. You can find these resources on ftc.gov. They have all sorts of other things too, like blogs, they have examples. You can even find articles written about the Teami example. It's such a good one here. There's so many resources you can check out. I'll put them in the bottom in the description of this video. Thanks everybody for joining me today. I hope this was informative. I really enjoyed talking about things related to the creator economy, influencer businesses, and especially the legal stuff. So do check back in for more videos and let me know if you have any questions. I would love to answer them in my future videos. Thanks. Bye.